The following creepypasta is a retelling of an old comedy horror story that my brother came up with years ago. It is told in the perspective of an 11-year-old Nintendo fanboy named Josh. Now, without hesitation, let me tell you the story. 2014, Amiibos first hit the market and were the hottest collectibles among us Nintendo fans. For anyone that doesn't know what an amiibo is, they're basically collectible figurines of Nintendo characters that have some functionality if you use them in certain games. I myself am a huge enthusiast of the things, and I've made it my self-given duty to make sure I have every single one of them. However, this is difficult because some of them are quite rare and expensive, and my mom isn't always willing to fund my collection. With this said, I was going for a walk by myself a few blocks away from my apartment, and I saw a large yard sale. I entered the sale to see if there was anything worth getting. Some dusty boxes full of who knows what, old CDs for ancient record players, posters for old Godzilla movies, interesting stuff, but nothing I'd be looking to buy. I scanned the place one last time before I was going to leave, but I noticed an old man standing by one of the tables. He was just standing there, menacingly, staring at me without even blinking. His eyes beating, and his smile overly stretched. I stood petrified. I glanced my eyes around. He seemed to be the only other person in sight. Then I looked back at the old guy. I wanted to leave, but I quickly noticed something. A Dr. Mario amiibo posing on top of the same table the old man was standing by. I had to get it. It was the most expensive at the stores. My heart raced, but I slowly took it step by step. I touched the amiibo, could hear the creepy old man's breathing in full clarity. He smelled as if a tsunami hit an old abandoned lobster shack. I slowly picked up the Dr. Mario amiibo and wondered who I would buy it from, if that even mattered at this point. I stepped back from the table and took a glance at the figurine. It was in pristine condition. The creepy old guy let out a grunt and slammed his hands down on the table. "Amiibo! Amiibo! Amiibo!" he chanted. I was completely bamboozled and ran all the way back to my house with the statue. I just freaking stole. All out of breath, I put the Dr. Mario amiibo on my long shelf of other amiibo and played Super Mario World on my computer using an emulator because I'm a nerd. Time for bed has since passed, and I finally got myself under the covers. I wanted to go to sleep, but I couldn't help but think about the yard sale incident earlier. The whole thing resonated some sort of dark magic. My whole head ached some sort of melancholy-like fear. Amiibo, amiibo, amiibo. I could have sworn I heard some soft chanting. I could have swore I saw an amiibo slide across to the center of my collection shelf. I was completely scared, frozen, concealed by my own fright. The soft chanting started again. Amiibo, amiibo, amiibo. The eyes on my amiibos began to glow red, and the chanting got louder. Amiibo, amiibo, amiibo. I literally pissed my pants as I got out of bed to try to exit my room to escape this horrific phenomenon. My head hurt and I began to cry. All my amiibo had hyper-realistic blood bleeding from their eye sockets. At this point they were just yelling the word amiibo. Amiibo! 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 My room violently shook. A hole opened up in the ground, and everything in my room started sliding into it. I tried to hold on to my bed, but eventually even that slid down into the void as well, bringing me in with it. I got my still ringing head up and looked around me. The loud amiibo chanting was still going on. All my amiibo collectibles came out from where they were hiding and walked slowly towards me, their eyes oozing blood. The Dr. Mario amiibo I recently obtained stood nearest to me. He laughed maniacally with a reflective, ultra-sharp knife. He was on me, dripping his blood onto my clothes. I turned my head away and tried to get up to run away, but a shrapnel of furniture wood held me down. I turned my head back to the Dr. Mario amiibo. He held the knife above his head and let out the most deafening scream ever. AMIIBO!